Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow now. Let's get started. Paul Heyman may have betrayed Roman Reigns for huge WWE star ahead of Survivor Series, says analyst. Despite Roman Reigns' return to television at SummerSlam 2024, his wise man, WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman, remained absent. Last Friday, the original tribal chief failed to reach his wise man when he called the 59-year-old on SmackDown, leading to speculations that Heyman may have betrayed his OG bloodline leader for another top superstar. WWE analyst Sam Roberts recently addressed that theory. The legendary manager has been absent from television since June 2024, when the new bloodline destroyed him for refusing to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief. As the OG bloodline struggled to find a fifth man for the upcoming War Games match against Solo and Co. at Survivor Series War Games, Reigns called Heyman last Friday. However, Paul's number was out of service. On his Not Some Wrestling podcast, Roberts discussed whether the 59-year-old legend might have turned on the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion to align with The Rock. The 41-year-old analyst did not rule out the possibility of that happening, stating that it was a credible theory. After acknowledging that Paul Heyman could currently be on The Rock's side against Roman Reigns, Sam Roberts pointed out that the proposed scenario would mean that the wise man was either convinced to join forces with the final boss after getting beaten up by the new bloodline, or his destruction was part of a plan to derail the OG bloodline. Meanwhile, the 41-year-old explained that he did not believe in that scenario. He predicted that Heyman's phone reserved for the Great One was still working, but the WWE Hall of Famer might have cancelled the plan. Roberts explained why Heyman had disconnected his number to prevent Reigns from reaching him on the same edition of his Not Some Wrestling podcast. Sam claimed the wise man was hurt because the original tribal chief broke his heart. The ever-complex world of WWE has seen its fair share of twists, betrayals, and jaw-dropping moments. In recent weeks, one intriguing storyline has dominated conversations among fans and analysts alike: the possibility that Paul Heyman, the wise man of Roman Reigns and the bloodline, may be on the verge of betraying his tribal chief. Speculation suggests Heyman could align himself with a new, emerging megastar, potentially shaking the foundation of WWE's most dominant faction ahead of Survivor Series. While rumors and intrigue are nothing new in professional wrestling, the stakes in this case are especially high. Roman Reigns has reigned supreme as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for over 4 years, with Heyman by his side every step of the way. Together, they've orchestrated the dominance of the bloodline, which has become one of WWE's most compelling and successful storylines. For Heyman to turn his back on the head of the table would be a seismic shift in WWE, potentially signaling the dawn of a new era. To understand the plausibility of Heyman betraying Roman Reigns, we must revisit his storied career. Heyman has never been a man of unwavering loyalty. From his early days in WWE managing Brock Lesnar to his shocking betrayal of CM Punk, Heyman has consistently demonstrated a knack for aligning himself with the next big thing, regardless of who gets hurt in the process. Heyman's loyalty has always been tied to power and opportunity rather than sentimentality. His motto might as well be, if Heyman is indeed preparing to betray Roman Reigns, the question remains: who is the superstar capable of stealing Heyman's loyalty and potentially unseating the tribal chief? Analysts and fans have floated several intriguing possibilities. Cody Rhodes, fresh off his monumental return to WWE and his quest to finish the story by capturing the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, seems like a natural candidate. Cody has the charisma, in-ring ability, and fan support to carry the company as its top babyface. However, a partnership between Rhodes and Heyman would require a significant narrative shift, as Heyman's alignment would add a surprising layer of complexity to Rhodes' heroic journey. Perhaps the most intriguing option is Solo Sikoa, Roman's own enforcer. Solo has quietly established himself as a dominant force within the bloodline, often doing the dirty work to ensure Roman's victories. However, tension has been brewing between Roman and Solo in recent weeks, with subtle hints suggesting that Sikoa may be growing tired of living in his cousin's shadow. If Heyman were to betray Roman in favor of Solo, it would not only strengthen Solo's credibility, but also create a compelling power struggle within the bloodline. Knight is arguably the hottest rising star in WWE today. With his undeniable charisma, natural connection with the audience, and impressive in-ring performances, Knight has all the tools to become WWE's next breakout megastar. Pairing him with Heyman could elevate his career to new heights, giving him the strategic backing needed to dethrone Roman Reigns and solidify himself as the face of the company. The wild card in this scenario is Brock Lesnar, Heyman's longtime client, and one of the few men to have a legitimate claim to being Roman Reigns' equal. Although Lesnar and Heyman's alliance has been dormant in recent years, WWE loves a callback to past storylines. A renewed partnership between Heyman and Lesnar could reignite their dominance and provide Roman with his most formidable challenge yet. WWE has always thrived on the element of surprise, and Survivor Series presents the perfect stage for a shocking betrayal. The event's history is filled with iconic moments of betrayal and alliance shifts, from the Montreal Screwjob to Seth Rollins' shocking turn on the Shield. Imagine the scene. Roman Reigns is defending his title in the main event, with Paul Heyman by his side as always. Just as victory seems certain, Heyman's allegiance shifts in a dramatic fashion, perhaps slipping Roman's opponent a weapon or orchestrating an ambush. The fallout from such a betrayal would dominate WWE programming for months to come, setting the stage for a thrilling road to WrestleMania 41. The potential of Paul Heyman betraying Roman Reigns has sparked widespread debate among fans and analysts. Some believe it's the logical next step in the bloodline story, marking the beginning of the end for Roman's historic title reign. Others argue that such a betrayal could dilute the significance of Roman's dominance, as his downfall would come not from an opponent's strength, but from internal betrayal. Nevertheless, the consensus is clear. If Heyman turns on Roman, it will be one of the most talked about moments in WWE history. Should Heyman betray him, Roman Reigns' future becomes one of the most compelling questions in WWE. Would he seek vengeance against his former wise man? Could he become a lone wolf, relying solely on his in-ring prowess to maintain his dominance? Or would the betrayal serve as the catalyst for a long-awaited babyface turn, with Roman reclaiming his throne through grit and determination? Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: Paul Heyman's decisions have always carried significant weight in WWE. If he betrays Roman Reigns, it will not only mark the end of an era, but also signal the beginning of a new chapter in WWE storytelling.